Greetings, wanderers of the night. I'm the Keeper of Tales, here to guide you into a world of dreams. I know you've come to this video to drift off into sleep, so before we begin, give it a gentle like and join the circle by subscribing. Tell me, where are you resting tonight, and what hour glows on your clock? Settle in, let the worries fade, and surrender to the calm. The small town of Willowbrook lay nestled in the heart of a dense forest, its cobblestone streets lined with quaint cottages that seemed to whisper secrets from another time. It was here, amidst the rustling leaves and chirping birds, that my story began. Not with a sudden scream or a leap into action, but with an ordinary day at the market. My name is Evelyn, and I'm no adventurer. By trade, I'm a herbalist, spending my days collecting plants and creating remedies for the townsfolk. On this particular morning, I ventured into the woods to gather rare herbs needed for a special concoction requested by the local healer. The air was crisp, carrying the scent of pine and earth, as I wandered deeper than usual, chasing rumors of a plant said to bloom only under the light of a full moon. As I ventured further, the atmosphere shifted. The sunlight dimmed, filtered through a canopy of ancient trees, and an eerie silence enveloped the forest. That's when I stumbled upon it. A glade bathed in silvery light, even though the moon wasn't due to rise for hours. At its center stood a tree, unlike any I'd ever seen. Its bark shimmered like polished silver, and its leaves glowed faintly, casting an ethereal hue over everything around it. Curiosity got the better of me, and I stepped closer, reaching out to touch the trunk. The moment my fingers brushed against it, the world tilted. Colors blurred, and the ground beneath me seemed to ripple like water. When clarity returned, I found myself surrounded, not by the familiar sights of the forest, but by towering structures made of living wood, their surfaces etched with intricate patterns that pulsed softly with light. A figure emerged from the shadows, a woman dressed in flowing robes, her eyes glowing softly like lanterns. "You've awakened something ancient," she said, her voice carrying the weight of centuries. She introduced herself as Seraphine, guardian of the enchanted grove, explaining that only those destined to bear its gift could find it. But there was more. The grove, she explained, served as a gateway between realms, maintained by beings who existed beyond human comprehension. Centuries ago, they had forged a pact with humanity, protection in exchange for offerings of knowledge and respect. However, recent disturbances had weakened the barrier, allowing fragments of other worlds to seep through. Now, it was up to me, to someone like me, to restore balance. Reluctantly, I accepted the role thrust upon me, learning rituals both ancient and complex. Each trial pushed me closer to the edge of sanity, testing not only my resolve, but also my understanding of existence itself. Shadows whispered secrets meant only for gods. Stars aligned in ways defying logic, and time bent unnaturally, stretching moments into eternity. Yet with every challenge overcome came clarity. These forces weren't malevolent, not entirely. They existed outside morality, bound by rules incomprehensible to mortal minds. And though fear lingered, so too did awe, an appreciation for mysteries far greater than anything I once knew. Now, years later, I stand guard over the enchanted grove, ensuring its secrets remain safe from those who would misuse them. Visitors occasionally stumble upon hints of strange lights appearing within the depths of the forest, drawn by rumors of wonders waiting to be uncovered. Some leave believing they've witnessed miracles. Others dismiss their experiences as tricks of the mind. Few ever suspect the truth, lurking just beneath the surface. And while loneliness often creeps in during quiet nights, I remind myself why I chose this path. For in protecting Willowbrook, and perhaps the world, I've discovered purpose far greater than anything I once knew. In this quiet corner of the universe, magic still thrives, hidden from prying eyes, waiting patiently for the next chosen soul to uncover its mysteries. However, my journey took an unexpected turn when another entity emerged, one claiming to be the keeper of a rival realm. This new presence spoke of balance, arguing that the barrier must eventually fall to allow evolution. Doubts crept in as I grappled with questions of fate versus free will. Was I truly preserving safety, or merely delaying inevitable change? In the end, I made a choice, not to destroy the artifact, nor to let it fail completely, but to adapt it, creating a system where both realms could coexist harmoniously. It wasn't easy, requiring sacrifices and alliances I never imagined possible. Yet peace reigned, albeit fragile, proving that even in chaos, compromise can bring stability. Thus, my role evolved, from protector to mediator, standing watch over the delicate equilibrium between worlds. And though uncertainty lingers, so does hope, that one day humanity might understand the beauty of coexistence rather than fear it. But sometimes, late at night, I still hear whispers from the grove, promising tests yet to come. And on those nights, I wake up in a cold sweat, grateful for the solid walls around me and the distance between myself and the dark edges of the unknown. The old clock tower stood at the heart of the forgotten village, its hands forever frozen at midnight. I arrived on a stormy evening, drawn by whispers of an ancient secret buried beneath its crumbling foundation. My name is Eleanor, and though I had always dismissed such tales as mere folklore, something about this place called to me, pulling me deeper into its mysteries. As I stepped inside the tower, the air grew heavy with the scent of damp stone and time. The spiral staircase creaked under my weight, each step echoing through the empty chambers. At the top, I found an intricate mechanism covered in dust, its gears rusted but still intact. Etched into the metal were symbols that seemed to shimmer faintly in the dim light. Before I could examine them further, the wind howled outside, and the room filled with an eerie hum. Shadows danced across the walls, taking shapes of figures long gone. A voice whispered in my ear, not spoken aloud, but resonating directly within my mind. "You have awakened what should remain dormant." Startled, I turned around, only to find myself face to face with a figure cloaked in darkness. Its features shifted constantly, blending human traits with something far more ancient. It introduced itself simply as the Keeper, guardian of secrets older than recorded history. According to it, the clock tower wasn't just a relic. It was a key to unlocking realms beyond our understanding. Reluctantly, I accepted the role thrust upon me, learning rituals and deciphering codes hidden within the symbols. Each revelation brought new challenges, testing my resolve and pushing me to confront truths about existence itself. The Keeper guided me through trials designed to strengthen both body and spirit, revealing fragments of knowledge passed down through generations. One night, while exploring deeper levels of the tower, I discovered a hidden chamber containing artifacts from civilizations lost to time. Among them was a mirror unlike any other. Its surface rippled like water, reflecting not my image, but glimpses of parallel worlds. Through it, I saw faces watching me, whispering promises of power if I abandoned my duty. Doubt crept in, tempting me to seek refuge in these alternate realities, where burdens didn't weigh so heavily. But every choice carried consequences, and refusing meant risking everything, including myself. With guidance from the Keeper, I learned to harness energies latent within me, all along. Through meditation and practice, I gained abilities allowing me to perceive dimensions others couldn't, communicate with forces unseen, and protect delicate balances maintained between light and shadow. Though challenges remained constant, requiring vigilance against threats arising from either side of the divide, fulfillment derived knowing I contributed to preserving harmony, vital for survival. Sometimes late at night, when the world grew quiet, I wondered whether similar towers existed elsewhere, their guardians walking paths unknown to one another. And though uncertainty lingered regarding what future held, peace settled unexpectedly, replacing doubt with purpose. Thus continued the endless cycle of duty and discovery, each dawn offering opportunities to explore limits, while each sunset provided sanctuary for reflection. Though trials undoubtedly awaited ahead, faced them now with courage, born from understanding ultimate triumph, belonged neither solely to darkness nor light alone, but harmony existing between. As years passed, the boundaries between worlds blurred further, and I realized my journey was far from over. New mysteries emerged, waiting patiently for someone brave enough to uncover them. And so, the clock kept ticking, marking moments yet unwritten in the grand tapestry of eternity. The sprawling estate sat atop a hill overlooking the city, its grandeur faded, but still imposing. I arrived on a misty morning, hired as the new archivist for the family's vast collection of rare artifacts. My name is Ilara, and though I had always been fascinated by history, nothing could have prepared me for what lay hidden within these walls. As I unpacked my things in the dimly lit study, I noticed an odd sensation, a faint hum resonating through the air. At first, I thought it was the old building settling, but soon realized the sound came from a locked cabinet tucked away in the corner. Curiosity piqued. I searched for the key among the dusty shelves and found it nestled inside an ancient book about forgotten rituals. Inside the cabinet were objects unlike anything I'd ever seen. Vials containing shimmering liquid, masks adorned with intricate carvings, and scrolls written in languages long extinct. Among them rested a small hourglass, filled not with sand, but with tiny glowing particles that seemed to pulse with life. As I touched it, visions flooded my mind, scenes of celebrations, sacrifices, and transformations taking place within the very halls I now stood. Before I could process what I'd seen, the room grew colder, and shadows began to twist into humanoid forms around me. A voice, both melodic and menacing, whispered directly into my thoughts. "You've awakened the archive." Startled yet strangely drawn, I engaged cautiously with the entities revealed. They weren't malevolent exactly, but guardians of knowledge too dangerous for ordinary hands. Over weeks, they guided me through their world, teaching me how to navigate the delicate balance between preserving secrets and protecting humanity from truths it wasn't ready to face. However, one artifact remained untouched: the black mirror, said to reflect not just appearances, but deepest fears and desires. Each time I passed it, I felt compelled to look closer, despite warnings etched onto its frame. To gaze is to invite eternity. One restless night, driven by curiosity and doubt, I broke protocol and stared into its depths. What I saw shattered everything I believed. Reflections of myself morphed into countless versions, each representing choices unmade or paths avoided. Some smiled warmly, others sneered cruelly, while a few figures weren't human at all. Panic surged as the mirror began pulling me inward, its surface rippling like water. Just as I thought I'd be lost forever, another presence intervened, a woman cloaked in silver light who identified herself as the Keeper of Reflections. She explained the mirror acted as a conduit between realities, showing not only possibilities, but also binding those who sought answers without understanding consequences. With her help, I managed to step back, though not before glimpsing something beyond, a realm where time flowed differently, where every decision created ripples affecting infinite lives. The Keeper warned me such power must remain sealed, lest chaos unravel existence itself. From then on, my role expanded beyond mere archiving. I became custodian of boundaries, ensuring no one else stumbled upon forbidden doors, best left closed. Though isolation became my constant companion, I embraced the responsibility, knowing even silence held purpose. Years passed, and whispers of the estate reached distant ears. Scholars, seekers, and opportunists attempted entry, only to find the gates permanently shut. Inside, I continued tending to the archive, occasionally feeling watched by unseen eyes. Yet, instead of fear, there was peace. A quiet understanding that some mysteries belong only to those willing to bear their weight. And so, the estate endured, its secrets safe within its aging stones, waiting patiently for the next guardian brave enough to take up the mantle. And so, wanderers of the night, our tale dissolves into the shadows. The echoes of this story linger softly, like a whisper on the wind, carrying you deeper into the embrace of dreams. Rest now, beneath the watchful stars, and let the stillness cradle you until the dawn. Sleep well, my friends, until the next tale calls you back. Good night.